I'm doing the same thing here, this time with Brady large, low memory ATA tags. They're thick for metal mount, and I'm putting them in a SATO CL4 and X. I'm using the black mark sensor again, which brings my indexing hole kind of out to this position. And I had some previous write errors from, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, whatever. So I'm back through those, so I'm hopefully going right to a fresh tag. I can actually check that from within the printer settings, but one thing I'm going to have to change here is the label length is no longer 1 inch tall. It's not 25 millimeters, it's 32 millimeters, which is 768 dots. So I'm going to put that in as a hard number. 7, 6, 8, and accept that. Okay. Everything else is pretty much the same. I suppose I could probably hit auto measure and maybe it would work, but iMark sensor, continuous print mode, no backfeed, darkness is maximized, everything else is fine. So back out of this and go into RFID just to show what changes I needed to do here. So it's a low memory but large tag. And because of that, I was able to lower the write power from 24 down to 21 and the read power from 21 down to 18. Everything else, tag offsets and everything else are the same. No need to do anything fancy there. If you actually want to check that, you can go to View and hit Read, and it'll also allow us to check. Oh, see that? It still says 3B, which is the beginning characters of an ATA tag, so I know that I've got another burnt tag before, so that's going to fault if I try to write to it again. So I'm going to hit Read. There we go. 00 start. So that tells me it's a fresh EPC. Okay, so back out of this now, all the way, and do online. So the printer's ready, and now I can come back to my bartender template. I'm just going to go ahead and hit print again. Again, I'm in manual mode, so I can select things. I'll do LifeS, and I'm going to still use, and this time, the low memory option for Brady. I'm going to call it maybe Construct 1. I'll use 6-bit encoding, dual record, and I'll choose to use timestamps. Okay. Hit Next, and there's my values. Just to make it maybe a little easier to find my tag, I'm going to change the cage code slightly to have an 8 at the end rather than my own. And this way I'll call this low mem and change the country code to, well, let's be from Norway right now. Okay. And if I wanted to do this, I'll say unknown on the condition code also. And let's even give it a different current part number. So here's the current part number. I had to add a 0 rather than an O for SATO. And here I'm going to do, this is actually going to be a large, low mem, SATO, and I'll just make this 12345-9 as that current part number. Okay, hit Next, and it should go straight away. Let's come down and hopefully we get a tag come out. And there we are. Same kind of issue with the left-hand side. We'll have to fix that again by doing an offset, maybe to slide it over to a better spot. But otherwise, I think we have a tag. Let's take our Motorola reader and make sure that's working. And I'll put it in tag inventory mode again. See if I can, I want to look for serial number 209, which again is probably at the bottom. First in is usually at the bottom. Select that and hit read by pulling the trigger again. And this should be a dual record tag with hopefully no errors. There we go. There's my original part number, large, low mem. Let's go to the life cycle record to see if the current part number came through, and in fact it did. So I'd say we actually have a good tag.